Okay, part two, new video. Previously I said part two might be a diagnostic of the ignition switch. However, we have some new revelations. While I was digging around during the ignition switch, I found some pieces on the carpet. So this, if it can focus, this little blue nub I noticed was just sitting like that, like on the floor. you know. And at first I was like, it looks like a crayon tip. And I was like, I wonder if it's just, a piece of trash. And so I threw it away for now. However, I did some more research, and in the previous video I mentioned how when you start a manual car, normally what you do is you have your key, you turn it on. I don't have my key on me right now, but you would turn it on to the on position, and you would get ready and you would press the clutch down. I have my seat all the way back, so I can't go that far. You press the clutch down, and then you would crank it. You'll go, and it'll start. The reason why you press your clutch down is because in manual cars, as a safety feature, there's a mechanism called the clutch safety switch. And that's there because normally when you're in your car, you have your neutral, and when you park, it's best practice to put it in first gear. Right now I'm on neutral, but usually if I press the clutch in right now, I'm my foot on the clutch, I put it in first gear, and I let go. This is usually better because it prevents rolling. And so when you start your car, obviously if you were to start it right now and you crank and you let go of the clutch, you will lurch forward. So the purpose of the clutch safety switch is you press the clutch, you put your car in neutral, you start it, and then you can ease off the clutch and the car won't go anywhere. Um, However, it's not possible because with this car over time, especially with these old cars, especially with these little rubber parts, they get old, and obviously as you can see here, um, they can start to snap. And I have like these little bits and crumbs right here of what I think is the rubber stopper that goes to press the clutch safety switch. And obviously when that's not there, no matter how hard you push on the clutch, it ain't gonna press the switch. So that's why I'm thinking it has to be the clutch safety switch, which is all the way up there. If I can get a flashlight, maybe. Shoot, I don't have a flashlight, but I'm trying my best. It's way up in there. So again, this silver pedal is the clutch. If I were to press all the way in right now, way deep in there is where the stopper is supposed to be. I don't know where at the moment, but I'm pretty confident is this because in the previous video, I went through a checklist of things that can go wrong, and we've already checked the starter with our makeshift bypass wire. I have tape over it so I don't accidentally touch anything that could start the engine if I have the key in there. But we've already tested the starter that goes all the way down there. Uh, and I thought it could be a bad ignition switch. However, when I do all the testing with the if you have any type of multimeter like this guy, like the pick, or anything that can test continuity, and I test this socket, I disconnected it and I tested each of the sockets that connects from the ignition switch, these two pipes. As you can see, one goes here, and this is a 5-pin socket, and this one goes all the way here to this white 4-pin socket. And I tested all the sockets, and I'm getting voltage, and so like it's too good to be true to be the ignition switch, which leads me to conclude I think it's the clutch safety switch, and it's this stopper that over time, again, this car is 1989 Honda Civic DX hatchback. I should have mentioned that before. It's 2023. It's like 34 years old. This is bound to go bad. And so I think it's about time that this guy needs a replacement. So I'm gonna try to get the replacement part. I'm gonna try to see where it's actually located, and let's see if we can get this puppy started. So sometimes you diagnose everything and you think you come to a solution, however it's not. So sometimes it's best to backtrack. So I think I found the problem. Part 3 might be how to fix the stopper. All right. Okay, this is Honda Civic update trying to start the engine. In the last video, we diagnosed that it's a possible bad clutch safety neutral switch because we found these little. It's kind of dark here because the garage light is turned off, but we found these little nubs that I believe are the rubber stoppers to go and press in the clutch safety neutral switch. I don't have the replacement part at the moment, so in the meantime, I'm going to try to thread this zip tie through the hole where the stopper is supposed to go to as a temporary fix till we can drive it to the dealership and get the replacement part. However, as you can see here, it's very tight to crawl underneath and get up in there under the clutch. So here's the position I have so far. Right now, I have the seat. I have the seat all the way back, reclined. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my feet like this. I'm just gonna put my feet like this, and I'm just gonna lay on my back and try to see if I can access it from under. Let me see if I can get a flashlight here. So the clutch safety neutral switch is let me see if I can get this to focus. It's right here. Is this guy? Is this gold looking cylinder? And right where the nut is a rod where you're supposed to push in to start the engine. And on the actual clutch pedal itself, this follow the black bar, there's a hole where I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to feel with my fingers. There's a hole where the stopper is supposed to be to push it. And as I mentioned before, over time the stopper gets old and brittle after pushing the clutch so many times that it falls apart. So in the meantime, I'm going to try to thread a zip tie through here to fill in the gap for the hole and hopefully push in the rod to start the disable the clutch safety neutral switch so it can start the engine. So I'm going to have an update later and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so after some tinkering around, I think I got it now. So basically I used, you can see down there, but I used one, let me see if I can get you a better shot. 1, 2, 3 zip ties to cover the hole of the not enough light, but in there, directly in front of me, the gold cylinder, the clutch safety neutral switch, I have the hole covered with 3 zip ties, so hopefully that should be enough width to cover the hole. Now we're gonna put that to the test by starting up the car. Let's see. Free dogs. The dogs are out. I don't care. Yes, my feet are free real estate. Let me just get a crock so I can put in the clutch. Pull my seat up a little bit. Okay, ready. Moment of truth. Okay, she turns on. Ready. Clutch all the way in. Woo! Alright. And she runs. So, that's how so this is a temporary fix for now until I can find the replacement part at the Honda dealership. But that is it. We got the car running nice and smoothly. I'm gonna shut it off. Alright, so yeah, so now this is just a temporary fix. In the meantime, I'll try to go over to my local Honda dealer, find that little rubber part, put it in, and basically it's a direct replacement to those 3 zip ties. Alright, we're back from the Honda dealership, and we got the part that we need. Is this little guy right here. They call it the clutch/brake bumper switch, because apparently I guess the brake pedal also uses this switch as well. And since the clutch one went out, I might as well go in there and get in there with the brakes. I got multiple of these guys. And so essentially what you do now is, right now I still got the zip ties under there, but essentially what I'll do is I'll cut out the zip ties that are being threaded through the hole to press in the switch, and I'll throw in this guy as a replacement. Okay, so I forgot to record this, but I figure I should show how the reinstallation process works. So right now you're looking at the dash, and so we're gonna crawl underneath right now. So I'm on my back, hop on my back, go under, and all right. So you see the gold cylinder looking thing right there. That's the clutch safety switch, as mentioned before. So in the previous clips I had zip ties. So basically what you do is, where you had the zip ties, these are the zip ties that I had, by the way. Yeah, the zip ties will be through the hole. Yeah, any kind of wire crimper or little clips, little trims, and snip them out, take them out of the hole, and then take them out of the hole, and then replace them with the clutch, with the part, with the switch. So basically what you do is, let me just switch hands here. Take the switch, go back over here, feel your way around the clutch pedal right here. Follow the clutch pedal up till you feel the hole again where the zip ties were. Take the peg, push it through the hole, and that is a direct replacement for where the zip ties were. Alright, now this is the reinstallation process for this guy. So that's how you fix your clutch in case your car won't start. Okay, bye.